Welcome, sisters, to season 2, episode 6 of the Grace Sisters podcast. I'm so glad you joined me today. Grace Sisters is a space for grace where you can help the next sister by telling your story. Today, I wanted to discuss a few things I've learned in a waiting season. Sometimes when we are waiting for something, it can be frustrating, it can be lonely, it can be exhausting, confusing, and we just don't know when that waiting will be over. And particularly, I remember being pregnant with my son, and I was so impatient to give birth. I was towards the end in the third trimester, ready for him to just get out. I was so uncomfortable. And I started researching ways to get him out, like what I could drink, what I could eat, what I could do. And I was on YouTube looking up exercises that would help me break my water. I shouldn't have been doing that, but I was just so impatient. And I remember a soft voice, and I believed God was speaking to me, telling me to continue to wait and do not rush the process. Yes, I was impatient, I was hot, uncomfortable, but I remember him just repeating over and over again, just wait. And I kept trying to get him out, and the Lord was trying to show me that certain things should not be rushed. Certain blessings should not be rushed. You don't want to expedite the process because the outcome is, it needs to be refined. It needs to be nurtured. It needs to be fully developed before you try to rush it. And that's what a lot of our blessings, like, we live in such a microwave society where we want things right now. But imagine that in your waiting, God is pruning you. He is preparing you. He is developing you so that you are equipped to carry the blessing, to handle what He has called you to be, or to handle where He called you to go, to be in those spaces that He's called you to. So in your waiting season, I just want you to be encouraged, because I've been there. I wanted that blessing right away, but God was whispering in my ear, telling me, give it time. Let the process happen. Let the course happen. Go through the course. Complete it to the end, because the outcome is greater than when you rush it. And I just want to briefly discuss 3 lessons I've learned in a waiting season, or a season of waiting. The first was my own trust issues, my own need for control. I wanted to feel like I was in control of things. I wanted to feel like I had it all under my hand. But that is when you start to feel the most impatient, because you have the inability to relinquish control. Some of us, we just want control of our lives so much that we're frustrated, we're stressed out, we're weighted down by life because we're not able to relinquish control. Sometimes the relationship with God is simply letting Him have His way. At the end of the day, He's going to have His way. No matter how much you fight it, He's going to have His way. Especially if you've given your life over to Him, if you've put your trust in Him, and if you declare that you are a believer and a follower and a child of God, you have to allow Him to have His way in your life. Now, it's not easy to do because we like control. We like to have the wheel, as we say, but let Jesus take the wheel. Let Him navigate your life. Let Him order your steps. And the reason why it may be so hard for you in this season right now, because you want every decision to be made by you. But some things you need to consult God. Actually, everything you should be consulting God in. A lot of times we make decisions before God, I'll say. We make decisions before him, and then after we've chosen our decision and made our decision, that is when we consult God and say, Lord, will bless this decision that I've made without you. And now you're taking a longer route around to your results because you didn't consult God in the beginning. So the first lesson I learned was to relinquish control. It's not easy to do, but if you allow God to direct your life, it can make life a little easier. It's not always going to be what you think is going to be. It's not always going to be the outcome that you think is supposed to be. But when you submitted yourself to him, when you submitted your life and your decisions to him, it's a little easier because he wants you to put your burdens on him. He wants you to put your cares, cast your cares on him because he cares for you. He didn't put you in this life for you to not have a comforter, to not have a keeper and someone that you can confide in. So that's the first lesson I've learned. My inability to always trust God, right? You have to learn to trust him and relinquish control. The second thing I learned is having intimacy with God. The wants and the needs and my desires and my will that I didn't want to give up, it required me to get into a deeper relationship with him and to learn him more and to commune with him more, because then I have a better peace when I'm trying to make those decisions. I have that inner peace with God because I know that I've given up my will for his. And what that looks like is not always running to consult your friends, running to consult your family. But when you have a relationship with God, you're able to have that peace to know that he's going to give you the answers you need. He's going to give you the wisdom you need to walk in those decisions with confidence because he's guiding your way. And a lot of times we have so many voices in our ear when we're trying to make a decision. There's so many voices. There's so much noise. Sometimes you have to cut off the noise and so you can hear God when you're stuck between a crossroads and you're trying to make that decision while you're waiting. And he's always speaking. But sometimes it takes us cutting people's opinions off, cutting their 2 cents off, cutting out the noise and letting God speak to you if you want him to, because he'll do it. So first one was relinquishing control and learning to trust God. I learned about having some trust issues that I needed to work on. And the second one is finding intimacy with God while you're in a waiting season, whatever you're waiting for. That intimacy will give you confidence in God, will give you peace in God. There may be some chaos in your wait. There may be some frustration in your wait, but it's worth the wait. Whatever God has for you is worth the wait. And understand that your impatience is not going to make God do things. God is not our genie. He is not our magician. He is not at our beck and call. The Lord has a will for us, and he's going to move as he sees fit. He's going to bless you as he sees fit. He's going to open doors as he sees fit. And so when you allowed him to open those doors and when you allowed him to move as he wants to move, that is when the blessing that is for you will be just that. It will be a blessing. It would not be a wait because you're not prepared. Allow him to develop you. I learned that when you're waiting for something, God is developing you. He's preparing you for that thing. He's developing you. He's maturing you in that wait. He's giving you grace. He's giving you peace. He's giving you patience. He's giving you wisdom so that when you're able to go to that next level in your waiting season, you're walking through that next door, you are a new person. You are ready and prepared for the thing. The third thing is waiting, like I said, prepared me for what I prayed for. I remember wanting a child. I wanted a child. I wanted to be a mother so bad. But the Lord was giving me patience. He was giving me peace in my waiting season. He was giving me and expected in. He was giving me hope. He was giving me joy and loving who I was first so that I was able to give that love to another human being. I had to look at all the beauty in the wait. Some of you may be waiting for a spouse. Some of you may be waiting for that next promotion, or some of you may be waiting for a new circle. Learn the lesson right now. What is God teaching you? Ask yourself, what is He teaching you right now in this waiting season? Whatever you're waiting for, take a moment. And even if you have a moment, please comment below. What do you think that God is teaching you in your waiting season? Whatever you're waiting for, I would love to hear your story. What do you think God is teaching you? And sometimes what He's teaching us is really the biggest lesson you can have. The lesson may be even greater than the blessing. Maybe what you're waiting for, the blessing is the lesson. Because God does not, He uses every lesson, every waiting season for a reason. Every waiting season, I believe, has a reason. And you may not be able to see it right now while you're waiting so long, but find the beauty in the wait. Find the blessing in the wait. Don't become bitter. Don't become impatient. Don't try to have your own agenda in the outcome, because God is greater than your agenda, especially if you've given your life over to Him. Allow yourself to be at peace and knowing that in this waiting season, it's going to be worth it. I understand you're frustrated. I understand you're impatient. I understand you're exhausted, but keep going. Keep trusting in God. Keep depending on Him. Just know that His plans are greater and that He has your best interest at heart, no matter what you're going through and you're waiting for. So I just wanted to say a prayer for you, sisters. If you are waiting for something, if you are in a waiting season, I ask that God blesses you. I ask that He continues to give you peace. I ask that He continues to give you wisdom as you wait for the spouse, wait for the job, wait for the answers that you've prayed for. And that in your waiting season, you are equipped, you are developed, you are prepared for the blessing. And that no matter what the outcome or what it looks like or what your waiting season looks like, that you don't compare yourself to others, but you allow God to prune you, allow Him to mature you and grow you in this waiting season. Don't be weary in your wait, but be strong and know that God has your heart. He has the plans. He knows the plans He has for you. And they're greater than you could ever imagine. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you are blessed by it. Please comment below, what are you waiting for? And what do you think God is teaching you in this wait? I want you to grow in who you are and glow in who you are meant to be. That's great, sisters. Be blessed. Thank you, sisters, for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Listen, I would love to hear your great story. I would love to answer any questions you may have or any encouragement you may need. You can inbox me on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook at Grace Sisters VA. Also, please comment down below any questions or any topic suggestions you would love to dive deeper in. I would love to hear from you, sisters. I pray you're having a blessed day, week, and month, and that you are growing in who you are and glowing who you are meant to be.